You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White Sports fans, we have a serious problem in Loudoun County, Virginia. Now, Loudoun County, I believe, is actually up there close to Washington, D.C., and Loudoun County, their school district is super woke. There's a reason why, guys, Glenn Youngkin was actually elected the governor of Virginia. It's because in these schools, they were going way too far. They were super woke. They were pushing propaganda on kids, and parents said enough. However, Glenn Youngkin's term is actually going to be coming to an end. Virginia actually only restricts their governors to one term in office. And according to the polls, and I take the polls for what they are, the Democrat may end up winning. But the people in Virginia, you guys need to hear this story right here. Now, we have definitely been talking a whole lot, guys, about these transgenders in female sports. But guess what, guys? We have a case in Loudoun County now where it was actually the female invading the male space. Yes, so this is one of these kids who's a female, actually believes she's a boy. And that school district is so woke, they allowed this female student access to the boys' locker room. And guess what? The boys did not like it. They were vocal about it to this trans student. I mean, guys, I already said it before, man. If I'm in the men's restroom or a locker room, I don't want to change in front of a female. That's not right. That is our own private space right there. But according to left, oh no, you're transphobic if you don't want to change in front of a female. Yeah, this is bad, guys. Something needs to be done about Loudoun County. Now, Loudoun County also, guys, is where Blair Fleming played high school. And you guys know that Blair Fleming, the transgender volleyball player that used to play for San Jose State University, a lot of controversy behind that. That is where he played. But let's go ahead and get into this, guys, because Glenn Youngkin, man, is furious about this. Let's do it. Right over here, guys. Virginia boys who dare complain about trans student in their locker room being investigated. Yes, the woke school district is looking to punish the boys, not the girl who was actually in the locker room. And to make matters worse, folks, the female started recording the boys. Yeah, even more of a violation to the boys' private space. Says here, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin and State Attorney General Jason Miyares announced an investigation into Loudoun County School District over a transgender locker room controversy. According to WJLA, quote, Loudoun County Public Schools opened a Title IX investigation into 3 high school boys who said they were uncomfortable with a female student using the boys' locker room. Wow. So the boys are the victims, but yet they're the ones being investigated. Someone make this make sense to me, because this makes absolutely no sense. The report indicates that the female student entered the boys' locker room and recorded 3 boys who then expressed opposition to a student of the opposite sex being in their locker room and recording them. However, instead of investigating the female student who violated school policy by recording in a private space, the school investigated the boys for objecting. Quote, it's deeply concerning to read reports of yet another incident in Loudoun County schools where members of the opposite sex are violating the privacy of students in locker rooms, Youngkin said in a press release. Quote, even more alarming, the victims of this violation are the ones being investigated. This is beyond belief. I've asked Attorney General Mayorkas to investigate this situation immediately so that every student's privacy, dignity, and safety are upheld. Students who express legitimate concerns about sharing locker rooms with individuals of the opposite biological sex should not be subjected to harassment or discrimination claims. I'm wondering, guys, when did this actually happen? Was this like at PE? You know, you're playing sports at PE, then you go into the locker room and change, maybe shower up. It could have been that. And I don't believe this female should have been in a male space at all. This is what wokeness does, guys. Youngkin pointed to the policy he implemented 2 years ago, which states that, quote, unless federal law requires otherwise, students must use the locker room corresponding to their sex. Should a student be granted permission to use a private space that differs from their biological sex, parental notification is required, and a parent may choose to have their child use an alternative facility. In other words, guys, probably like a teacher's lounge or teacher's bathroom, something like that. Quote, parental rights are not negotiable, Youngkin concluded. This is just the latest example of what happens when school boards disregard common sense, said Attorney General Jason Mayorkas. Quote, the safety, dignity, and privacy of every student in Virginia should be non-negotiable. This is about safety and privacy, not political correctness, and it's time Loudoun County recognized that. Man, this is unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Look here, it says, despite Virginia policy, also, federal law too, Loudoun County School District allows students to use bathrooms and locker rooms that align with their gender identity rather than their biological sex. This has led to several protests among students and parents in the county over the past few years. Yeah, Loudoun County, man. I mean, if it wasn't for Loudoun County, guess what? Kamala Harris wouldn't have won Virginia. It's mainly Loudoun County. That is a major problem, guys. That's up there in the Washington, D.C. area, and we know how D.C. votes. This is insane. We talk a lot about males invading female spaces, but now even the boys don't like it when the females invade their space. This should not be happening, guys. And this thing in sports, man, is really, really out of control. I think the Trump administration needs to investigate Loudoun County. I mean, it's right there, guys, by Washington, D.C. Loudoun County needs to be punished big time. But gonna leave right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.